I've attended quite a few churches in my time. I've come to know God and Christ as an adult when I was 29 years old back in 2010, November of 2010, November 7th to be exact. I was baptized and got the privilege and the honor to attend the church and serve at the church that I was baptized at in San Antonio, and then Austin and Nashville, and now in Houston. While we were in Nashville, we attended Church of the City, and one of the pastors there, CZ, shout out to Pastor CZ there at Church of the City in Franklin, Tennessee. We had numerous chats. For about a year and a half, 2 years, we would go out to lunch together periodically, and really learned a lot from those chats. One of those conversations was centered around communication. And CZ said something that I wrote down, and it really resonated with me. And that is that there are three layers of communication. There's inform, invite, and welcome. Inform, invite, and welcome. And I likened it to a party, if you're having a party, because I like to attend parties. So when you go to a party, or let's say you're hosting a party, right? Or you're hosting an event. The first thing you do, the first layer of communication for that event, is you inform people about it. You tell people where it's going to be held, what time, what date. You might even include on there that, how many, if it's a house or an apartment or a condo or a place of business, whatever it might be. You're giving details, right? You're giving information. You're informing people. You're telling them about what is to come, right? So I think the key word with inform is telling. You're telling people about it. The next layer of communication is invite. So once you've told people about the party, the next step or the next layer in the communication process is to actually invite those people. Invite them to your party. This is where you would include things like RSVP, or let them know what they could, coordinate with them what they can bring to the party potentially, or not bring, right? Maybe they're not supposed to bring kids, or they're not supposed to bring their dog, or maybe all the refreshments are covered. They don't need to bring any food or drinks, or I don't know, or a gift, right? Or a bottle of wine. So the invite part is where you're sharing. So if informing them is telling them about what's to come, the invite stage is sharing. And then the third layer of communication is welcome. You're welcoming them. So once you've told them about the party, and then you've invited them to the party, and then they show up to the party, now you're opening the front door and you're greeting them. You're welcoming them in. It's kind of like church too, if you think about it. People know when you put out on your website or social media or word of mouth, hey, this is what time services are at our church, you're informing them. The next step is invite them. Hey, we'd love to have you attend church at our, we'd love to have you attend service at our church. And then when they show up, you greet them, you welcome them. And I don't know about you, but there's been times where, unfortunately, at a church, but also just in life in general, sometimes, you show up to a party or an event and you're like, I don't even know if I'm in the right spot. I don't know where to park. I don't know what the address is specifically. I don't know who's really hosting this. I can't find the host. We've all been in those scenarios, I hope, or I think, as far as not feeling welcomed. But that is the key layer of communication. Be welcoming. When people take the time out of their day or night to show up to your event, be welcoming. Welcome them in and thank them for coming. Thanks for listening and watching, y'all.